Hello, friends. Welcome to our weekly podcast. Today with us, we have Mr. Ajit Kabi, who is a fundamental analyst at LKP Securities and oversees the BFSI sector. What is the outlook of credit growth for Indian banks in the next financial year?
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you for such a nice introduction. So, the first question about the outlook of credit growth in entire scheduled commercial banks of India. So, we are at the verge of ending the financial year of 2023. Now we are going to start FY24 in next coming few days. So for FY24, the credit growth whatever we have seen in financial year of 2023, the growth is not going to be sustained at the absolute amount, or the growth rate will narrow down marginally. So the long term credit multiplier for entire Indian banking system is around 1.3x. According to RBI and many government agencies, the nominal GDP growth is expected to be around 10% to 11%. So, factoring 1.3x of credit multiplier, we believe the credit growth should be around mid-teens of 14% to 15% for financial year of FY24E. Simultaneously, the deposit growth is going to stay little lukewarm as comparing to the credit growth. Now, we have seen the weighted average call rate of many banks are increasing. So the deposit rates are going to increase to attract more deposit customer and mobilization of deposit. So we can see deposit growth to be around 11%, 10% to 11% for the financial year of FY24E. So the external financings are going to stay high for to maintain the entire credit growth whatever we are expecting of 15% for financial year 2014.
What do you think? How the asset quality will perform in the next financial year?
Now, going back to the question of your asset quality concern for FY24E. So we are in the tailwind of asset quality cycle. The asset quality has improved significantly in last 4 to 5 years. The PSB, the public sector banks which have a lumpy corporate accounts which are in GNPA, they have made provision against it and write off the entire credit book, most of the credit book from their balance sheet. So the credit quality of the entire banking system, except few which are lagging, except few PSB banks and few private banks, the entire credit system and entire banking system is going to, the asset quality of the entire banking system is going to be robust, and we are in the bottom of the cycle, and we are expecting the restructuring book not to harm substantially, and the ECLGS book are also in a nice in contained way. So we are not seeing major hiccups in asset quality for FY24E, and therefore the credit cost is going to stay in a range bound, and which is going to improve the entire profitability of the banking system.
Looking at the current scenario, do you have any top picks?
About our top picks, so we have categorized our fundamentals, like we are more focused on the credit growth and how the margins are going to play, and how the asset quality improvement will translate into lower credit cost. So considering these three factors, we have seen we are preferring, or we are betting on the banks having a good amount of credit growth in the next financial year, and they are going to keep the margin intact and having a least GNPA formation in their balance sheet. So our top picks are going to be Bank of Baroda considering the valuations also. Our top pick is Bank of Baroda among the public sector banks, and we are betting on Federal Bank in the private space because we are factoring the valuations, the growth and the margins and the asset quality, the entire metrics. We are saying these two banks are going to outperform the entire peer in FY24.
Any concluding remark?
We believe the interest rate hikes are going to over, and most of them we can see 0.25% of repo rate hike in coming MPC meetings. So factoring the rate hikes, we believe the liquidity is going to sustain in the market in coming months, and we have to be keenly monitor the entire output system and the growth in entire economic activity. We have to also check this, but apart from that, the liquidity is going to sustain in coming months and market to perform well. So we believe the entire banking universe is going to perform well in financial year of 2024 and we are betting on Bank of Baroda and Federal Bank, which I mentioned earlier. And apart from that, we are also bullish on high quality banks like SDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank and ICICI, including Axis Bank. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. The securities quoted are exemplary and are not recommended.